Good afternoon, Pastor Marty from the Afternoon Drive. Last video of the day. I know normally I only do one, occasionally two. It's a rarity that I do three, but this one demands a video. I told you. I told you. Fox News really should be renamed Faux Pas News. I have been telling you they are not the conservative voice. They are controlled opposition. I have been telling you that for years on my radio show and for months here on YouTube. Fox News made a conscious shift after the 2012 election cycle. Hannity got bumped to 10. In comes Megyn Kelly at 9 p.m., taking over the once hallowed spot of Sean Hannity, and it was on. The definite shift to the left. The visible shift to the left. Well, then, of course, you know, Donald Trump got elected, and Megyn Kelly went for the big bucks at NBC, who have fired her. Hannity went back to 9, begrudgingly. Fox, to make money, they line up Tucker, Hannity, and Ingram to go back to back to back. They know that will generate viewers, which generates ratings, which means they can raise the advertising. But the network itself is not conservative. They are controlled opposition. You got Shemp Smith on in the afternoon, and he's on at a perfect time. It's right about that mid-afternoon point at the nursing home when he's on. So, you know, Fox News is on at the home, in the rec room and the dining room, you know, as patients are having their bedpans changed and getting ready for the evening meal. It's perfect time, perfect audience for Shemp Smith. Then on comes Neil Cavuto. Neil Cavuto is not on any level a Trump supporter. It was interesting the other day when they were featuring the live burning down of Notre Dame, and Neil Cavuto would not let his guests in any way imply there could be radical Islamic terrorism involved in the burning down of the cathedral. We don't jump to those kind of conclusions here. We don't have any evidence. Yeah. Day after day after day, Neil, without any evidence, you have accused the president of all kinds of things. You really belong over on CNN or PMSNBC, but we got it. We understand what you're about. But remember, it was like a month ago, and everybody was stunned that Fox News suspended Judge Jeanine. And they really wanted her out, but there was such a hue and an outcry, they knew they had to bring her back. Now, her ouster, which was under the shallow, fake, we can't have her talking intolerantly about Islam. Really? Why? They're talking intolerantly about us. In fact, they'd like to kill us. I've done dozens of videos on that, and I'm going to do that again today. Bret Baier wanted Judge Jeanine gone. Why? Because Bret Baier himself is a moderate. He's a never-Trumper. He's what he is. And he really wanted to cash in on Democratic town halls, Democratic primary debates. Well, the DNC was not going to do that. So Judge Jeanine gets bounced. The same day she gets bounced, it's announced they've hired Donna Brazile. Yeah, corrupt, lying Donna Brazile. And a couple of days later, we find out they hired Paul the Rhino Ryan. So because of a hue and an outcry, Judge Jeanine is brought back. Hannity continues to do what he does weeknights. Most of the time, Hannity gets it, and he can take it about as far as he can go, but there are obviously things that the network will not let him say. And let's be honest, let's not just say, well, at least he does get more of the truth out than some. No, he doesn't want to jeopardize his multi-million-dollar contract. So that makes him a gutless coward. He's also five-line Hannity. He says the same five things over and over and over, and I really get irritated when he does his, 40-minute monologue, and then he brings on his guests, And just as his guests are starting to make their points, he interrupts them. Well, do you agree with what I said in my opening monologue? And he's always asking everybody if they agree with his opening monologue. You know, I've been in radio a long time, and I love it when other DJs say, hey, did you hear my show today? No, I was doing my own show today. So when Hannity does this bit of, well, you know, I said, and I need my guests to agree with me. You know, I'm not Sean's enemy. I'm glad that at least he's able to get some amount of the truth out, but I'd have a whole lot more respect for him. There were a couple of times on a couple of stories that he really had it, and then the next night he didn't touch it, and he's never gone back to it. And you know, the guys in the front office said, and he's too addicted to the money to do the right thing. That's a little help for you, Sean. Hope one of your producers show you this. That said, so Donna Brazile comes on, and here was, a few nights ago, they had a town hall with Bernie Sanders. Now, you got to know that PMS, NBC, and CNN are like, what? Because Fox had a pretty good rating that night. Now, I know some people are thinking, well, this is good. See, we're exposing Bernie Sanders so that, no, you're giving him a platform. Do you realize that it modified some Republicans who were watching thinking, you know, some of his ideas, though they need tailoring and tweaking, they're not bad. But Pastor Marty, your overreacting was a one-time thing. Really? Because it's just been announced by Faux News, formerly known as Fox News, that Amy Klobuchar, yes, you know, she's from Minnesota. Apparently she likes to throw staplers at the head of her staff members who don't perform well. They're going to do a town hall for her next month. It'll be Beto. It'll be Biden. They'll have them all on before it's over. And under the guise of fair and balanced, they're allowing them unfettered time. And I'm not saying that they won't try to ask them some tough questions, but you're allowing them to influence and change. Yeah, you know what this means. Fox News is not your friend. It's not conservative. Never has been. It's controlled opposition. Make you think you have a voice, when really they're just a puppet master pulling strings. Isn't that right, Sean? Isn't that right, Tucker? Isn't that right, Ingram? That's it. My last rant for the day. Subscribe to the channel. Smack the bell. I'll be back tomorrow.